Father McMary talked about the graces he hopes flows from inspiring and guiding people in praying the Rosary. He also said why he believes praying the Rosary is important. He explained why this podcast can relate to all viewers, those new to the Rosary and those who have prayed it for years. Bakupine also asked Father McMary how he would respond to people who are put off by the Rosary and those who believe it's too long, boring, or they don't have time. Listen to what Father McMary said concerning those that finds Rosary boring.
I hope that people really just embrace the power of the Rosary in this. So, what would you say about that? Like, there are a lot of people I know personally who say, well, I don't really like praying the Rosary because there's other prayers we can pray, and there are, but Our Lady, she asks us to pray this prayer. She requests us. So, what would you say to people who are kind of put off by the Rosary because it's just long and they think it's boring or they don't have time? What would you say to people like that who just don't want to do it?
As Catholics, Christians, we are people of truth and people of objective truth. So it's important that we live in the fullness of the truth. The fullness of the truth is that the Rosary is devotional, which means that it is not obligatory. We do have freedom with the Rosary. That being said, is that it isn't just a devotion amongst devotions. It really, we have the liturgy with the context of the liturgy, Mass, etc. Like we have to celebrate the Mass in the way in which it's given to us. But within devotions and devotionals, kind of through the last, more or less 800 years, in which the Rosary is becoming more popularized with, Our Lady at Fatima, with a number of the saints, with John Paul II, like it really is, if you will, like the devotional par excellence. And there's a great genius to it. It's really gone through a number of evolutions and it's really grown to like really be something that's very human and a great way to praise like human beings to engage our humanity. But also it's been shown to be a huge, tremendous source of grace for ourselves and the whole world. And so I do think that, again, particularly the great saints, like the saints of our time, John Paul II, Mother Teresa, Padre Pio, like one of the things that's consistent about them is a devotion to the Rosary. And so I do think it's worth exploring and worth fighting for. And if it's like, okay, it's not really working for me, well, maybe, it's not the Rosary's broken. Maybe it's not I'm broken. Maybe there's just some disconnect and some space for, and I think generally with most folks, it's going to be like, I tried it. I was never really taught how, and so I don't do it well. And so I don't experience anything from it. And the hope of Rosary the year is like, okay, well, let's give this a shot and see if this works.
Now you have heard from Father McMary that Rosary has been shown to be a huge, tremendous source of grace for ourselves and for the whole world. So start praying the Rosary. Pick up your Rosary. For Our Lady said, one day, through the Rosary and Scapular, she will save the world. Ensure you say your Rosary often, for Rosary is our weapon of warfare. Thank you very much for watching. Please click on the join button there to join my channel membership and you can super chat us to support what we are doing so that we'll continue to bring you interesting and amazing videos. Thank you very much.